What's up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with the original This Week in Destiny, giving you the full overview of the up and coming week. This week sees the launch of Solstice, the latest limited time event in Destiny 2. We also see the continuation of the Bungie Day Giving Festival, a full breakdown of all the weekly rituals, lost sectors, challenges, and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below. And remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This week marks week 9 of Season of the Deep, and with that we see Solstice launch into Destiny 2. Solstice is Bungie's latest free money grabbing event that sees us return to the European aerial zone. We made a video covering a full preview of this event, the Bonfire Bash, the weapons and armor, as well as some of the subtle changes to Solstice 2023. If you haven't checked out that video in full, make sure to do so, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now, as well as Solstice, we also see the continuation of the Bungie Day Giving Festival. This is where we can donate via Bungie Foundation to support some pretty incredible causes, including Little Lights, as well as some very important humanitarian efforts. Now, upon Tuesday's reset, I will be a featured streamer for the Bungie Giving Festival. So if you fancy supporting an incredible cause, as well as getting some sweet additional loot in-game, then be sure to check out our stream upon Tuesday's weekly reset. Now from here we're going to move on to the featured Root of Nightmares raid challenge, and this week's challenge is called Illuminated Torment. Now this can be found over in the Cataclysm encounter. Now there are a couple of ways of completing this challenge. The first is fairly simple, and thanks to blueberries.gg you can use a designated mechanics player to take a moment to kill the tormentors once they are low health. This strategy will slow down the encounter, but it is an easy strategy to pull off. The other viable option is to have more than one ad clearer who can obtain the Field of Light buff in addition to the players doing the mechanic. This strategy alone will allow players to connect the seeds and do everything as usual while clearing the ads and still killing the tormentors. This will certainly slow down the encounter less and is a strategy that is more widely used. Now, if you and your team can pull this off, you'll gain access to an additional raid chest and also the Briar's Contempt linear fusion rifle. This is one of the strongest linear fusion rifles in the game, so if you're still looking to get a god roll or even earn the weapon patterns, then make sure to jump into the Root of Nightmares this week. Now, massive thank you to Bespoke Post for sponsoring today's video, who are a monthly membership club delivering a box of awesome top shelf goods from under the radar brands. It's entirely free to join, and 90% of the products come from small brands, many of which are based right here in the US. Now, each and every month they introduce cool new products, and these are all based on your personal preference by filling out a quick online quiz. Now, each and every box of awesome has around $70 worth of goods inside, but you only pay a fraction of that price. Now, with Bespoke Post, you're always in control. You get to preview your box before it's even shipped. And from here, you can either choose to keep it, swap it for a different box, or skip the month entirely for no charge at all. Now, their monthly lineup is constantly changing, but my personal favorites are the Weekender Bag. Now, this is made from durable cotton canvas and is made to last. It comes with a heavy-duty reinforced frame. It's absolutely perfect for weekends away. And if you want to sneak away that laptop as well, you can fit up to a 15-inch laptop inside. Next, we have the Retreat Box, which is a low-key way of getting back in touch with nature. This comes with an on-the-go hammock built from nylon and polyester, as well as an on-the-go blanket that you can fold into its own pillow. Now, if you like the look of these boxes, you'll absolutely love this epic deal, and you can get up to 20% off your first box of awesome by clicking the link in the description and entering code JARV20 at checkout. As well as that, you can even go to bespokepost.com/JARV20 to get your hands on this epic deal. Once again, massive thank you to Bespoke Post for sponsoring today's video, and I'll leave all their links and details down in the video description below. Now, moving on to the featured raid and dungeon. The featured raid this week is the Deep Stone Crypt. Now, this launched back in Beyond Light and has some pretty incredible armor and some amazing weapons. Now, these got a recent update. They now have their own origin trait, and all the raid weapons are craftable. Now, as a featured raid, all the challenges are available if you're still looking to earn the relevant seal, but also it means you can repeat the encounters throughout the course of the week. This allows you to earn all the weapon patterns if you have any missing, which I highly recommend doing, as you can find some of the best weapons in the game just in this raid. And another thing to bear in mind, if you don't have the Eyes of Tomorrow exotic rocket launcher, as the raid is farmable this week, you can technically farm this exotic if this one is missing from your collection. Now, as for the featured dungeon, we return to the Pit of Heresy over on the moon, which launched back in Shadowkeep. Now, whilst Pit of Heresy doesn't have artifice armor like many of the new dungeons, it does offer some of the best high stat armor outside the artifice sets. Once again, as a featured dungeon, it does mean you can farm this over and over again. So if you are looking for high stat armor this week, then the final boss of the Pit of Heresy is one of your best sources for loot. Now, next up, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. And whilst we have new armor for Solstice, we still have the Scatterhorn armor set stuck in this activity. That's followed by the Wild Hunt armor set from Season of the Hunt, which means we see Season of the Hunt weapons this week. These include the Arsenic Bite Bow, the Blast Batu, the Corsair's Wrath, the Deafening Whisper, the Dire Promise, the Enigma's Draw, the Escape Velocity, the Gian 7 Rifle, the Royal Chase, the True Prophecy, the Friction Fire, and the Timeline's Vertex. Now, many of these weapons are great collection pieces, with the standout most definitely being the Deafening Whisper. Now, this weapon is often sold by Xur over the course of the weekend, but if you're looking for a better roll on it, then make sure to jump into Dares of Eternity this week. Now, from here, we're going to move over to the weekly rituals, and this week sees the return of the Disgraced as the Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 9. Now, the Disgraced is a reprised and reworked strike from Destiny 1. Now, out of all the Nightfalls available this season, this is one of the easier ones in the rotation. And alongside that, we also see the return of the Swarm Legendary Machine Gun. This will be the Nightfall exclusive reward for this week. And if you and your team can complete the Grandmaster Challenge with a Platinum Medal by taking out all the champions, then you'll be guaranteed the Swarm Adept upon activity completion. Now, as for the Crucible, this week we'll see the return of Rift, which got reworked and reintroduced into Destiny 2 alongside Team Scorched. Now, these two modes offer very different Crucible experiences, and with the conclusion of Iron Banner, we'll also see the return of Trials of Osiris upon Friday's daily reset. All in all, Crucible is offering a completely mixed bag this week, so if there's any seasonal challenges you still need to finish, which are linked to these game modes, then make sure to knock them out this week. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the Lost Sector calendar for week 9. This week kicks off over in the K1 crew quarters, offering exotic chess pieces. For Wednesday, you can head over to K1 Logistics for a chance at exotic helmets. And Thursday, you can head to the K1 Communion for those exotic boots. On Friday, with the return of Trials, Sepulture will be back, offering exotic gauntlets, with Extraction being available on Saturday, offering another chance at exotic chess pieces. As for Sunday, we'll be heading back to the Dreaming City and Aphelios Rest for a second chance at exotic helmets, and we'll round out the week over in a Chamber of Starlight in the Dreaming City for another pair of exotic boots. As always, if you're still working through your collection for any exotics that are missing from Lightfall or Season of the Deep, then be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you want to check out this calendar in full for yourself, then make sure to do so over in Today in Destiny, and a link to that can be found down in the video description below. Now, next up, we're going to move on to seasonal challenges, and there are just 6 seasonal challenges for week 9. The first is called Rapid Salvager, and here you need to rapidly defeat combatants in salvage activities. That's followed by Patience Perfected, and here you need to catch legendary or exotic fish at any fishing pool. Next up, we have Ritual Ornament, and here you need to acquire any ornament for the seasonal ritual weapon. This is the Last Rite Scout Rifle, and a unique ornament can be earned through each of the main ritual vendors. That's followed by Eyeing Iron, and here you need to complete Crucible matches, and in typical Bungie fashion, you can earn bonus progress in Iron Banner, which is no longer available, or through Crucible match victories. That's followed by Ethereal Might, and here you'll need to defeat targets with an Arc, Strand, or Void subclass equipped in Gambit, and you'll get bonus progress for ability Final Blows and defeating Guardians. And the final challenge for this week is called Rapid Precision, and here you'll need to get Rapid Precision Final Blows, and bonus progress is granted for every defeated target after the second one. Yep, I read that right, and it still makes absolutely no sense. Now, all these challenges offer Challenger XP, some offer Bright Dust, and as you wouldn't have been able to finish the Trial by Fire Squad challenge from week 8, if you win multiple rounds in Trials of Osiris this week, you will also be able to gain access to a free Trials of Osiris weapon. So if you're looking to get that free Trials loot, then make sure to jump into Trials of Osiris upon Friday's daily reset. So there we have it, guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 9 of Season of the Deep. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to make it to the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.